my intuition, God's gifted vision. You're opening up to me so I can see clarity and precision. I personally believe that your intuition gives you every single thing you need to succeed at life. What if I told you that your intuition can save you many, many years of heartbreak, waste of energy, so many failed lessons if you just followed your gut? If you just followed your gut, I truly believe this. Like, I don't know. I feel like growing up, I was always obsessed of like what I could do right and what I could do wrong. And it could have been a trauma response. I believe we all have some sort of trauma or less than ideal situation or something that's affected the type of person that we are today. And I believe that is a natural occurrence, by the way. I think you're supposed to have that. I don't think it's a pity thing. I don't think trauma is a pity thing at all. I think it's a natural occurrence. I think when you grow up, it's kind of like, what are you going to do about that? Like, what are you going to do about that trauma? And how are you going to shape it into the person you're going to be in the future? And sometimes, so many of us can get trapped in the victim. Oh gosh, I heard something. It was my cat. So many of us get trapped in this victim mentality that we don't even get to fully grow from the things that hurt us, traumatize us, and those instances. And some people get harder cards that are dealt, unfortunately, but I believe people who get harder cards are, I don't even know if I'm saying this right, harder cards that are dealt. Like, what does that even mean? If people are given things, if people are getting given more difficult situations than another person, then I believe maybe, just maybe, that whatever pain that you received, you have the ability to do something really, really, really great with it. I challenge you. Like, I challenge you to find that. I challenge you to find that journey if you were dealt with a hard card, if that makes any sense at all. But let's get back into the intuition stuff. So I believe men and women, I believe as humans we have these strong instincts that we're given, but women in particular, I believe we have a particularly high level of intuition. All of us. If you think you don't have a good intuition, it could be something that you haven't been able to sit with. And to be quite honest, I believe the lack of intuition that we are using in society today is simply because there's too many distractions, and I think we're a little too logical instead of spiritual. In many cultures around the world, they are very in tune with their spirituality, and it is a very serious, not to be messed with part of life. Intuition is a vital source of survival. And for me in my life, I feel like my intuition has gotten me very far. This is with men. This is with career choices. This is with everything. Let's go back to relationships for a second. I believe women, deep in our soul, somewhere in our soul, we could like we could like a boy, could like a little boy or something. But something else is like, this is not the one. He's not the one. Or something's off. Like, something's off. You ever had that? And then like the relationship doesn't work out. And it's like, you knew all along, but you just were kind of continuing with it. But you knew this one wasn't the one for me. Like, I believe our intuition protects us. We shouldn't do that. We should do that. But then sometimes the emotions and the feelings get in the way of it, and it messes with our logic, and we're no longer following in our intuition. But if we truly followed what we love in our gut, I believe that we can end up in a lot better situations. If when the first time our instincts told us something about someone and we decided to ignore it, it usually gets worse and worse and worse until God forces us to be like, girl, get the out of here. You need to go. This situation was no longer for you, but I've been told you that and you knew that and you just kept staying because, again, trauma, emotional baggage or whatever it is. And this can go with anything, a job or something or a friend. And we just don't follow our intuition. And intuition is a very, very, very powerful, by the way, let me say. Intuition is so powerful to the extent that some civilizations are built off of this intuition. Some cultures around the world are far more advanced than we are here in the United States, not because they weren't, not because they had faster technology, but maybe they did, but it was intuition. Some things were very spiritual. And in this society, we're losing that spiritual guide to help us travel in life. I believe life gets better. I heard this from someone, I think it was Oprah, I don't know who it was, but life genuinely tends to get better. I believe life tends to get better, but I think you just get a lot better at following your intuition and doing what's best for you and finally choosing what's best for you. I think that's how we get better. I genuinely think you do. And if you feel like you're not in tune with your intuition, I challenge you this. I don't think you're the only one. I believe we are in a world of distraction. I believe our power is becoming stripped from us, from society, from the programs. I no longer watch the news. I don't feed into the negative energy because in other times, we weren't able to access such tragic information as easily, and plus it's a distraction from whatever you're supposed to be doing. I follow my intuition so severely that I genuinely feel like if God wants me to know something on a certain path, he's going to slap me across the face, metaphorically, of course. Excuse me. He's going to slap me across the face and say, girl, this is what I've been trying to show you right here. I don't think I need to tap into other sources. He's going to find a way to give you the message regardless. He's going to find a way to give you the message regardless. And I think life could be a lot more simple, a lot easier if we were able to just realize that he's just going to give us the message regardless. Our intuition is going to tell us about this person. If you think about it this way, imagine how free you could be, and I'm sorry for this little strip of light that comes in my face. Imagine how free you could genuinely be by knowing that, one, it's always in the Creator's hands, the Most High's hands, and two, he already gave you this natural ability to peep out a situation, to know when the situation isn't for you. And it's only when we let go of our intuition, it's only when we choose not to surrender to a higher power that it gets a little messy. Like it really genuinely doesn't have to be so messy. And that's what's so crazy. That is what's so crazy. And that is sometimes the problem I have with overconsumption of media or overconsumption of anything that's not a natural source. And, you know, you need some of those natural sources, you need some of those, that podcast that changed your life or something like that. Like, you know, you need those. Well, I'm not going to say you need them, but they're very helpful. They're very, very helpful. But you got to consume it slowly so you can digest it, reflect, and create. And you can create and be a creator and be a lover, a person who creates love and abundance in others' lives and in your own life. It's all in your intuition. I wish I had some insane story of like intuition, because I really don't. I would say my life is a representation of following my intuition and not following my intuition, as we all are, I would say. But I think following my intuition has helped me in so many ways, even financially. Like when I tell you intuition can apply to anything, like I could say I have a certain amount of money in my bank account, and I'm going about and I'm buying like maybe home goods and like groceries and stuff like that. I get this just like gut feeling, this intuition when I'm like, I need to stop spending. And I'll be like, I'll check my bank account. I'll follow that intuition. I'll check my bank account, and I'm right on the mark of where I wanted to stop. I'm right on it. So even spending money, you can get this intuition. Even when you're being gluttonous, you can get this intuition. Even when you're overeating, you can get this intuition. When you're overdoing anything, you get this intuition. It is a natural protector. It is a gift that God has literally given us as a survival instinct. But the problem is, again, in this society, they're trying to block out that intuition. They're trying to feed you so much where you can't even hear yourself. Your power lies within you. And that is no lie, and that is no joke. It is no joke. It is a vital source of information. But you've been told that you have to get your information from other people and other sources, and you have to stay tuned in and looped in, or you're missing out, and da 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 da. He's giving you every single thing that you need to succeed. You just have to listen. So I just want to tell you, and I just came here to stop by and say, just listen. Listen. Your anxiety and everything, listen. Meditation. Find a way to silence the noise and just listen. Okay, that was enough. Sorry. I just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a musical sometimes. It's just like, I wish I could sing out Beyonce, listen. To the voice in dreamer then. The just begin. Can't complete. So listen, okay? Just listen. And see where it takes you. Peace.